Welcome back to the Coin Lover and Treasure Hunter. Today we are diving into the world of Lincoln Pennies the Humble. 1-cent coin that sometimes disguises extraordinary value. Few of these pieces have sold for staggering amounts, turning ordinary pockets into tiny treasure chests. Stay with me as we explore the rare dates, unusual errors, and quietly remarkable sense that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Let's get started. This is the 1-cent coin issued in 2017 by the US Mint, which bears the mint mark P under the date on the obverse side to show that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This particular issue marked the first time in the history of the US penny that a P mint mark appeared on a circulating cent coin. The mint did not announce this special mark at the time. Instead, the coins quietly entered circulation, and only later did collectors realize that 2017 coins from Philadelphia carried that P under the year, making 2017 P the only regular issue US penny with a P mint mark for decades. The design of the coin is part of the series of small cents with the shield reverse that the US Mint has used since 2010. The shield on the reverse side symbolizes the unity of the states and the federal government. The obverse side continues to show the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. As with prior Lincoln cents, though the relief is lower than the original 1909 issue, the coin has a plain edge, measures 19.00 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.50 grams, signifying that it is made from modern copper-plated zinc rather than the older, heavier bronze composition. Because the 2017 P penny was mass-produced with a mintage of about 4,361,220,000 coins, it is not rare in ordinary grades, and many remain in circulation or have been saved by collectors who noticed the novelty of the P mark in typical circulated condition or unremarkable uncirculated condition. The 2017 P penny usually carries little premium over face value according to coin value guides. Many of them list the uncirculated mint state value starting at around US $0.36 or slightly more, depending on eye appeal and surface quality, meaning that most examples are worth only a few cents to perhaps a few tens of cents above their face value if they remain uncirculated but without exceptional quality. That said, for collectors the appeal lies not in rarity but in the fact that 2017 P is historically significant, the only regular penny with the P mint mark. So coins in high collector grade, sharp strike, original mint luster, no post-mint damage, tend to fetch more, especially if graded by a professional grading service and labeled MS Mint state or BU brilliant uncirculated if uncirculated. For example, numismatic sources and auction data show that well-preserved 2017 P shield pennies graded a relatively high grade have sold in some cases at a modest premium over face value but much higher than average circulation coins, and estimates for hypothetical top population coins or superb red condition run even higher in speculative markets, though such examples are extremely rare and many remain unsold for long periods. On the other hand, because so many 2017 P pennies exist, the majority of coins, even uncirculated, are plentiful, and therefore, even among uncirculated coins, demand remains limited, meaning that value really depends on quality, state of preservation, and how well the coin has been cared for. No scratches, no discoloration, full original mint luster, well scented strike, and also on collector interest at the time you try to sell or trade. In short, if you possess a 2017 P penny in uncirculated condition that looks nice and well struck, you essentially own a slice of numismatic history, the first and only regular issue penny with a P mint mark. But don't expect very large monetary gains unless the coin is graded at a higher end and in superb condition. It's a collectible novelty rather than a rare collectible treasure. If you like, I can draft a full style script of about 2,500 words, enough for a 12-15 minute video about 2017 P penny covering history background. Production numbers design. Importance collector interest. Market value and tips for grading, including some suggestions to avoid counterfeits, and how to store and preserve your coin. This might be more practical than trying to stretch it to 50 minutes, because there simply isn't that much publicly documented about this one. Coin beyond what we know now. Next up, the 2018 Lincoln 1 cent coin that carries no mint mark, and today we will wander through its story, its subtle traits, and the quiet significance that such a small coin can hold in the vast landscape of United States coinage. And as we drift through the layers of metal meaning and history, you will find that even a simple cent can feel like a tiny monument to national memory and artistic intention, and this journey will be long, steady, and richly detailed, like a slow walk through a hall of copper echoes, reaching from the past into the present moment. The 2018 Lincoln cent without mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which returned to using no mint mark after briefly using AP mint mark in 2017 as a special acknowledgement of its history, and this return to the traditional absence of a mint mark made the 2018 issue feel like a quiet resetting of the rhythm of modern coinage, and the coin itself continues the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 and later refreshed in the modern era, giving collectors a blend of continuity and incremental evolution in design. When we look at this coin in uncirculated condition, we step into the realm of preserved surfaces, unmarred fields, and gentle luster that seems to hum faintly as light rolls across the copper-plated zinc, and the clarity of detail on Lincoln's hair, on the bow tie, on the tiny folds of his coat, evokes an almost forensic sharpness, suggesting that each cent is a miniature sculpture pressed in haste, but capable of elegance when untouched by daily use. And for collectors, the appeal lies not only in the brilliance of the strike, but in the possibility that an ordinary cent can become a pocket-sized artifact of craftsmanship. On the reverse side, the Union Shield design, introduced in 2010, carries a bold simplicity that feels like a carved emblem lifted from an ancient tablet, and this shield symbolizes national unity with its horizontal banner bearing the phrase 1 cent, and the vertical stripes echoing the strength of a collective foundation. And on the 2018 no mint mark cent, the details of the shield can take on a crisp geometry that rewards slow contemplation, especially when preserved in uncirculated. The value of the 2018 uncirculated Lincoln cent without mint mark usually remains modest in regular market conditions, yet value is never only measured in dollars, and collectors often assign personal worth based on rarity, condition, production quirks, and emotional resonance. And while this coin is not rare, its uncirculated version has a special appeal for those who enjoy building sets focused on condition, precision, and completeness, and the potential for small varieties, such as tiny die chips or plating anomalies, can also. Understanding its production helps illuminate the story further, and these cents are made from a core of zinc with a copper coating, and though they retain the nostalgic hue of earlier fully copper cents, their composition reflects modern economic considerations and minting efficiency, and in uncirculated form the copper plating often shines with a bright, almost raw glow, a kind of metallic sunrise, preserved beneath the plastic sleeve or archival holder chosen by many collectors who want to shield the fragile surface from oxygen scratches and time. For those curious about long-term investment potential, the 2018 no mint mark Lincoln cent in uncirculated condition is not expected to soar in value, though the market can be unpredictable in the distant future, and yet the coin retains a dependable charm for hobbyists and a stable appeal for new collectors seeking an accessible entry point into numismatics, and its affordability makes it suitable for educational sets for beginners, coin roll hunters, and anyone who likes to trace the gentle progression of design motifs across decades of small change. The coin also holds cultural resonance because the figure of Abraham Lincoln continues to serve as a symbol of thoughtful leadership and national struggle, and his long presence on the cent has turned the coin into a kind of circulating tribute, a tiny, rectangular stage for the profile of a president, whose ideas continue to echo through public discourse and in uncirculated condition. That tribute takes on a pristine stillness, almost like a portrait freshly unveiled in a gallery, where each line remains unblurred and quietly intentional. In the world of subscriptions and collectors' communities, many people follow channels dedicated to tracking these nuances, and a detailed 40-minute style discussion such as this one allows space to breathe, linger, and expand upon the historical, technical, and cultural threads that weave together within this small 1 cent coin. And as collectors gather in comment sections, forums, and hobby groups, the conversation grows into a tapestry of shared knowledge and individual discovery, and each uncirculated cent becomes an invitation to pay closer attention to the overlooked corners of everyday currency. As we near the close of this long contemplative script, imagine holding the 2018 Lincoln cent without mint mark, in uncirculated condition, its weight slight yet firm, its surface untouched, its details finely preserved. And consider how this small artifact links past and present through art, metallurgy, history, and national symbolism. And whether you collect for value, for curiosity, or simply for the pleasure of holding a piece of design in miniature, the journey of understanding enriches the object itself, transforming it from a coin into a vessel of narrative quietude and meaning. Thanks for watching.